Falcon fans, Falcon fans, Falcon fans.
Hey,
You already
y'all.
know what it is, and
Up.
you already know what it do.
What's up? What's up?
One time for the fan. Got my sister with me, Kiki Ellis. Wait, what we got today? Let's see. Before I get started, Kiki Ellis, Bates, Ritter, Jarrett. Cool. What's up, sis?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing great. I hope you are doing great too as well.
Doing.
Episode what 1, 15, 16, 17, 18. I don't know. We're up there in the hundreds. We're out of here. But we're doing great. Apple Podcast, Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, wherever you can find One Time for the Fan. We definitely appreciate it. Kiki, how's everything going for you, my sis? What's good?
Everything's good over here in Squirrelville.
Squirrelville, USA. For
Yes,
those
sir.
that do not know, that's where Kiki is right now. A lot more than squirrels out there in your area, though. But we'll just call it Squirrelville
Yeah.
for the
You get
viewers.
chased. You get chased by squirrels out here.
Speaking of Chase, no Chase tonight. Shout out to him too as well. He has a lot going on, especially with the baby being due, any day,
Mm-hmm.
any day now. And then 3,000, he's still out there detailing the cars. So I told him, you finished the 2 work trucks because he was behind schedule today, Kiki. He didn't even get to your car.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, mine's still a little dusty.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to he gonna be here overnight. I told him it's not raining tomorrow. So we're gonna back your car up in the shop. He'll go ahead and wash that down, get it ready for you tomorrow. But yeah, Bodie 3000, he's busy. In other words, he's busy. But he might be joining us tonight too as well. Special guest, I guess. Bodie 3000. So we'll see that soon. Chat is going crazy. Falcon fans, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Kiki, we are 1 subscriber away from 450.
I know. I can taste it. I can taste it. So if y'all in the chat and y'all have not subscribed, it is free. Please get us to our goal. We are trying to be at 150 by.
Hold on, Kiki. It's free?
It's free. Free 99.
Free 99 or so. There is a tax on there. There's got to be some type of tax on there. Free 99. I mean, that's
free 99.
Falcon fans. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe. As Kiki said, it is free. Don't cost nothing to just go over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 450. We want you to be at 452 because not only is One Time for the Fan at 450 subscribers about to be, but the chat, everybody who's supporting us, we're all at 450 subscribers.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? This is a family thing, you know?
Exactly. We family over here.
Talk like Drake, you know? This real family thing, you know? Big up my
I got hit
my
with
blood.
That I got hit with that again today. Matter of fact, when I answered the phone at my job, someone say, "Ma'am, you from New Orleans?" And I was like, "No."
The Carolina accent, the geeky. Some people can say, "Hey, that geeky is a little bit close to down there in the bayou," and I can understand how they kind of look
Carolina,
at it.
Carolina, Savannah, the Charleston, the Beaufort. It's all of it. Yeah.
So I'm glad folks down here in Atlanta talk like folks down here in Atlanta. I'm just glad about that, you know, because you'll run into some cats out here in the city and you hear that yo, 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 yo. Like, you're not from Atlanta. You're not from Atlanta.
No.
And then you might hear some a water. Like, bruh, you not from Atlanta.
Definitely not from Atlanta.
But somebody telling you, and you were born and raised in South Carolina, right?
No.
So you were born in South Carolina?
No, Savannah.
Savannah.
Yeah.
And then you moved to South Carolina.
Right.
But even Savannah, South Carolina, that's
where
New Orleans accent.
Where I'm at is right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. That's right.
Well,
I got the best of both worlds. I got Charleston, Beaufort, Savannah, a little bit of everything.
You definitely don't sound like you're from New Orleans, though.
I don't.
Definitely do not. So, for whoever that was that said you sound like that,
I get it a lot, actually. Like, when people, they were like, you You from New Orleans?
Mm,
No. I was like,
mm,
that's actually an insult. I should hang up the phone, but I
mm.
get fired if I do that.
Sheesh. One time for the fan. You see, I'm looking over here to the right. Inside training camp is on. I guess this is the replay. I don't know if it's the replay or not, but it's still good to know that they're going to be showing the Falcons any minute now. Now they're showing the Patriots, but nobody wants to see them.
Oh, I haven't been keeping up with training camp. Like, I mean, with us, of course, but when it's other people, I haven't been seeing too much. Of course, I got to see the Panthers, what they're doing, because for some reason they've been flooding to my Twitter.
Is that what the quarterback? Not the quarterback, the wide receiver who used to play for the Panthers, still over there talking shit?
Yeah,
The
he
little
won't
Smurf looking dude.
acknowledge. He won't acknowledge those tweets because, like I said, even Myles Garrett added him too about his hypocrisy. So, yeah.
All I want to know is who threw that ball.
And he won't answer the question when we ask who threw that ball over there. Because matter of fact, one of the Panther fans said in the replies, it was like, what is the name? He's like, bro, I'm tired of hearing about Ian Thomas catching balls. That's a problem. That's starting to be a problem.
That's their tight end.
It's not Ian Thomas. Then who is their cornerback? Because one of their cornerbacks been eating.
Just picking Bryce Young left and right?
Yeah.
Shit.
So it's not Ian Thomason, because somebody said they tired of hearing about that person catch the ball.
Oh, Ian Thomas. Yeah, I know you're talking about. I know you're talking about. I had the players mixed up.
Yeah.
Had those players mixed up. Week 1, none of those players will matter on the field out there because there's no stopping the Atlanta Falcons. No. And they're just in our way of getting to where we need to be. So for the Smurf that's still talking all that shit on social media about.
Well, like I said, he's been quiet because I'm thinking from what I'm seeing, Bryce, he had a perfect, I guess, first day. Mm-hmm. Then maybe he was good on the second day, but then as the days kept going, it's been some batted balls, it's been some pick sixes, it's been some drop ball. It's been messy.
Well, we're gonna get to some training camp news here shortly, but whatever they're doing up there, up 85, is really no match for what's getting ready to happen here in a couple of weeks. Right. And we are a week away from Falcons Dolphins, which is what we wanted, Kiki. We talked about this for so long since the Super Bowl this year. Podcast after podcast after podcast, waiting for this day. So now we are pretty much a week away from the Falcons heading down to Miami with the joint practice. And then they get a chance to beat up on the Dolphins. So this is actually exactly what we wanted right now. And I'm so glad that Falcons football is here. We've been to training camp past couple of days. So we got a chance to see some stuff. And I'll be back at training camp this week too as well, before the Falcons head off to Miami. But chat is going crazy. Chat, bring your questions. Bring your comments.
Right back. 1 second. Let me check on alert.
Yeah. Go ahead. Bring your questions. Bring your comments to the chat. We definitely will read them on the screen. Shout out to Chase. No Chase tonight. Bodie 3000 should be stopping by with us shortly. He has a busy schedule as well. But if he can make it, then we definitely appreciate it. If not, Bodie, when you're finished with the work truck, don't forget the van sitting over there in the corner. And if you need some more water, just head around to the backyard, man. They got another hose back there too as well. Deshaun's in the chat. He said, I like the way you work it. Trump tight all day, every day. You're blowing my mind. Maybe in time. Baby, I think I know who this is. That's Blackstreet. That is Blackstreet. Gotcha, Deshaun. Gotcha. Blackstreet. Deshaun Coswell, we hope you are feeling well. I know you had surgery recently. I'm glad that went successful. Just need you to get back on your feet, man. Get at 100. You know what I'm saying? We need you out here. Not only just in the Falcons fan base, but out here in this world, man. You still got it, brother. So prayers up to you, man. Hope everything is going well. What the fuck? Raiders sign who? Oh, they ain't got nothing to do with us. Big Ant is in the chat. Shout out to Big Ant. He said, what's up, Falcons family? You got the red and black. You got bubbles on the screen. You're putting up the strong emojis. He's been working out. Shout out to Big Ant in the building. Pamela Johnson, who I had the pleasure of meeting the other day at the Rise Up Tour membership party. Shout out to Pamela Johnson, diehard Atlanta Falcon fan. Dan Burst, who was at the Rise Up Tour membership party too as well the other day. Good friend of mine. He said, "What up, one time?" And hey, Auntie Pam. Everybody, Auntie Pam. That's what we got now, Dan? Auntie Pam? Okay. All right, we're going to do Auntie Pam from now on. Auntie Pam. Auntie. Auntie Pam is here. Dan Burst is here. Who else we got? Bam. Unnormalized. One time for your mother. Mine. Read that shit like a Japanese anime film. Going to Carrie. Carrie, what's going on? She says, "Hey, Jack and Carrie. What's good, Carrie?" Don't forget, we have 449 subscribers. I remember when we started last year, we had 2. So we are moving in the right direction. Falcon fans really love this. Once again, we just bring a bunch of positive content talking about the Falcons, pretty much nothing else. I mean, we might chop it up on some other stuff, but it's all about the Atlanta Falcons here on One Time for the Fans. Shout out to also all the other content creators out here putting in work in the Falcons community. Kiki's back.
Yeah, had to make sure somebody wasn't feeding a squirrel or something.
Carrie's here. She said, "Hey, Jack."
Hey, Carrie.
JBM 93 said, "We in here."
What's up?
How you getting in?
What's up?
Security election? I gotta talk
is?
to Chase. I gotta talk to him. Shout out to JBM 93, diehard Atlanta Falcons fan. Pamela Johnson, Auntie Pam.
Hey, Pam.
Kiara, we came up with Auntie Pam apparently, so it's Auntie Pam now.
Hey, facts.
So Auntie Pam Johnson is in the chat. Love the Ricky spotlight on my Bijan. For Falcon fans that do not know, here in the chat, Pamela Johnson has been here on the podcast with us, in the chat, commenting and talking with Falcon fans for a long time. She's been calling Bijan literally since like February. Yep. So I got to give it up to Pamela Johnson, because when draft night hit, for those fans that was here in the chat, you saw my face when Bijan was announced. You saw Bodie's reaction, Chase's reaction, and when Bodie said it on the screen, he said, "It's who I think it is." And I'm looking at Bodie right now on the podcast, like I'm looking at you, Kiki, and I'm like, he knows it's Bijan Robinson. Like I know he knows. So he puts the phone down. He says, "Yep, I know who it is," and he just starts to smile, like low key smile. So I already know who Bodie wanted. He wanted Bijan. Right. So when I seen Bodie do that, I said, "Oh shit, they're about to go get another offensive specialist." Here it is.
Their TV must have been moving fast, because before my TV announced who Bijan was, who it was, Eric had done told the group chat that we're in like 3 minutes before it was announced. So I was like, "What the hell? How you knew that?"
And I had some people on the floor at the draft too as well. And shout out to them too as well. I got their texts after. But when I looked down, I was like, damn, they already knew it was Bijan too. So it was like, I guess word must have traveled that quick. After watching now, the draft day videos and behind the scenes stuff, a lot of these teams like knew already who most teams would pick. Like I think there was a back and forth when the Panthers were getting ready to pick or something, or if they wanted to move up, and the Falcons and XYZ. So I was watching it and I was like, okay. So behind the scenes in that war room, most fans don't know what is going on, but some of those NFL GMs and other staff members from other teams know what's going on behind the scenes. And it was just actually cool seeing that, because when they announced it for Bijan, first person I thought about was Pam Johnson. That was the first person right there I thought about. As soon as they said Bijan, I was like, Pam Johnson was right this whole entire time. And even when we would talk about other players, spotlight other players, Pam Johnson would be in the chat. Why are y'all talking about all these other players? It don't make any sense. It's Bijan. And she stuck with it. And that's why she's still here today, rocking with us here on One Time for the Fan. DSGB Hall.
What's up?
One time, red and black, strong emojis. Don't forget, hashtag the fan club, hashtag one timers. It's free all day, all night. Subscribe to that channel. Ant? One Time for the Fan. Big Ant is in the chat. Shout out to Big Ant. Your sister's here, Kiki.
What's up, Sade?
What's up, Sade? Hey, Sade.
And Sade, I'm on camera tonight. Okay.
She back. What Sade said last time? Who you got over there?
Who I'm laid up with while I'm not on camera.
Who you got over there while you can't get on the podcast?
I just had my bonnet on. That would have been a little too ghetto.
Sheesh. JBM 93, he said 450 with the handy. We 450?
Hey, did we hit 450? Did he subscribe?
What we got? Don't tell me it's 450 here in the chat. I don't have like the party favorites. I don't have like the supplies, like blow the the damn birthday shit.
Right.
But that would be great if it gets 450. Then I don't know. Bodie would be here doing like a song or something. 450. They said 450.
Hey. Now can we get to that 5 by regular season?
500 before I put it out there. 500 before the bye week.
Bye week, okay. Bye week is what week for us? I can't remember.
Bye week is like week 12, I think.
Okay.
We hit every mark so far. We're doing very well. Shout out to every single fan here in the chat who is subscribed to One Time for the Fan. We definitely appreciate it. Week 11 is the bye week, so that's November.
Okay.
Yeah. So
and that's a better bye week for us too, because then we have like a late bye week last season, right? It was like week 14.
I'm glad for this bye week because you can get your players that you need ready for playoffs.
Yes. Because listen, come January in New Orleans, I'm hoping that we're not playing our starters, and y'all already know why I'm saying this.
I'm looking at that Chicago game and that Bears game to where Taylor Heineke should get a lot more reps because division's locked up. 2 losses wouldn't matter, wouldn't help with seeding, wouldn't hurt with seeding. You're probably gonna get a home game at the Benz. Right. Depends if you're fighting for that number 1 spot. But you're gonna win the division. You're gonna get that home game that everybody wanted. And then from there, we'll take it to the next step, which I do think you get that playoff game, you're good enough to go in there and beat any one of those teams. There's a reason why you just played 16 other teams throughout the fucking season, and then you have to go out there and go play in the playoffs against whoever. You're ready to go and win these games. You went through a long, tough season. If you can make it to the playoffs, I have my faith in the Atlanta Falcons. I truly do. So that goes for whoever's at quarterback. Could be Heineke, could be Ritter, could be me at quarterback. Talked about this already.
Oh God, I hope Logan goes in before you.
Shit. It's going down in a major way. Shout out to Chase too as well for that. Did you win the bucket hat? The signed bucket hat?
I did win the bucket hat. Caught me off guard the other night. Like I saw my name pop up. I almost dropped the phone.
So we're gonna do a giveaway. I just don't know when. We did one last year. It was great. We gave away some tickets. We gave away a signed Kyle Pitts jersey, some other smaller stuff. So we'll get something worked up this year for all the diehard Atlanta Falcons fans. Terrell Johnson's in the building. He said, "Rise up, Savannah, Georgia."
Hey, let's go.
We're gonna get to some training camp news here in a minute. Talk about the comments that Arthur Blank made about a former Falcon.
Oh God!
Should I get my jersey?
Oh look here! I hope that particular person from the group do not spread
How
the
Pooh?
Yeah.
How Pooh? If you are in the chat,
hear that name.
For those listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Radio Podcasts, wherever, we have a diehard fan named Hal Poole that whenever we mention number 2, our former quarterback, he just drops F-bombs in the chat. F Matt Ryan. F Matt Ryan.
Yeah, he did my poor little post like that when I was posting about I think it was the long pass to Roddy in the divisional game against the Seahawks back in 2012. Yeah. And he was just like, F Matt Ryan. I was like, dang, bro, this was more so of a Roddy post, but okay.
Well, we're definitely going to have to talk about it because this week is something that we did talk about long time ago when old Matt was here with the Atlanta Falcons. And now it's getting to that point in time where it's possible that he could be with this organization soon. And it doesn't mean out there on the field throwing the football, which possibly he could, but not in game. Could be something else. I'm going to leave some thoughts about that too as well. But I think Falcon fans can see where this guy can fit in your organization in years to come. I think you guys can already see it. Shouldn't be able to.
Coach. I'm calling it.
What else can I put him? What else can you say? But we'll get to that in just a minute. I know Falcon fans are going to share their thoughts about the Matt Ryan situation when Arthur Blank mentioned it the other day. Because even when I heard it, I was like, hey, what he talking about? He talking about what? He talking about Matt Ryan. Hold on. Art, what on, Mr. Blank? Where Matt Ryan come from?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to get that either.
We'll talk about that shortly. Big Ant wants to know who threw that ball though.
Bryce.
Bryce, where you at? I'm down here. Oh, there you go. Shit.
Him and
Lowski.
him and Steve on their respective high chairs.
Sheesh. Got a
What's
bib
up,
around
Lowski?
both of their necks. Lowski's here. He said, "Good evening, one-timers."
What's up, Lowski?
Shout out to Lowski. If you are here for the first time, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. We just hit 450 subscribers. We are going to talk some training camp here in a minute. You know we love going to the chat. We love going to the chat. Bring your questions, bring your comments. You know we'll bring it here on the screen. We'll talk about it. Pamela Johnson said, "I am looking forward to that preseason game with Miami." I will find out tomorrow if I'll be able to go down there to Miami. You know, school and everything starting up next week too as well for the kids. So it's a lot going on. Right now. Big Ant, he said, "Will y'all be at training camp on Saturday?" I think I'm going Friday.
I'm gonna play it by ear. I do have Saturday off, so I'm definitely trying to get there.
I think I'm going Friday. I know the school that's over there in that area, they're back. So it's good when you can go on days when there's lighter crowds. Saturday is gonna be packed. Packed. Because it's pretty much, I think it's the last practice before they send off to Miami. So something to look at too as well. LaMarcus Boyd, one time for the fan.
Hey.
Mama Roz is in the building. Good evening, Mama Roz. She said, "Good evening, crew."
Good evening.
What's going on here? Bubba Gump is in the chat.
What's up, Bubba?
Going down in a major way. Michael Anthony Linson is in the chat. He said, "What's
up,
good,
man,
Kiara
Mike?
and Jack?"
What's up, Mike?
He said, "It's Mad Mike. This is my real name." Shout out Mad Mike in the chat, man. Mad Mike. Michael Anthony, listen, Anthony, AFN. I'm reading the chat, looking at all the names right here. I'm going crazy. AFN is in the chat too as well. Dan Burst. This team is so balanced in the way the quarterbacks are feeding off each other. Logan Woodside rolled out today. Frank Darby caught a TD and burnt.
Yeah, I
Take
love
me to Vegas.
that. I love seeing that.
Kiki, as we're talking training camp, there's going to be a lot of stuff we're going to be putting out here shortly. But Dan Burst just raised this comment right here about Frank Darby catching a touchdown.
I saw that.
In training camp, and he did his little dance.
He did the shimmy.
He did the dance. But you know what I'm noticing? And I've been saying this ever since I've been out there watching camp. Frank Darby just looks more ready to go and play this year.
He does.
Like, I don't know what it was the past couple seasons. I mean, I know he was a young player too as well, coming into the league with the wide receiving core the way it was. So watching Frank Darby now in the past couple of days of training camp is like, that's a different Frank the Tank we have out there. I can just feel it. A couple catches that he almost made when he had AJ Terrell blanketing him and Jeff Okudah, and then he made the catch today too as well that I saw the video. I'm happy for him.
Me too.
If he gets his shine coming up next week against Miami, I'm happy for him.
Thanks.
Because like he talked about, and I think the Falcons did like a little small interview with him recently. We talked about year 1, year 2, year 3. Well, Frank, this is your go. There's no OZ. There's no Bird. There's no Julio. There's no Calvin. Like, this new wide receiving core relies on Drake. It relies on Kyle Pitts. It relies on multiple weapons that can be used here to move the chains. Frank, you can be one of those weapons. You can be one of those weapons. So all the jokes about, oh, man, he gets dancing out there. All you doing, man, get it dancing. Man, I think Frank might. I'm not calling him on the 53 just yet, but I think that boy looks hungry this year. Like, he's hungry.
He does.
I'm seeing it. I was out there at training camp past couple of days, and I'm glad he did make that catch. The route run has been a lot cleaner for Frank. I know it's a lot of one-on-ones, 7-on-7s they're playing, but next week is go time. So this praise is for Frank Darby. Shout out to Frank. There's going to be some cuts made in a matter of less than 40 days. There's going to be some cuts made. Who's going to be on the 53? We're going to find out. But if you're looking at your wide receiver core, there's a couple players you're going to look and say, I wonder if he can make the roster. I wonder if Hodge can make it. I wonder if Penny Hart can make it. I wonder if
Right.
Josh Ali can make it.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of Drake and Mac, I'm gonna throw Scotty Miller in there. Outside of Drake, Mac, and Miller, who's the other 3 wide receivers?
Did you see Tori McElhaney's projections on the Falcons app?
I read up on a little bit, but I need to go back and check it out more. But Tori's always spot on. What'd she say?
She had, Scotty, Mac, Drake, and I want to say she had Penny Hart and
Hodge. You have
But
to
I
have
didn't see
Hodge on
I
there.
didn't see any I didn't see any Frank though.
Falcon
I
fans, I'm
don't
telling you
remember
right
seeing that.
now, I'm low key throwing Hodge right there in that 4 spot.
Yeah.
I'm putting Hodge on that roster. Some people might say the gunner. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think he can be used in different ways too as well because of the way the offense could be ran. When a Hodge or a Darby or a Miller's on the field, you still have to worry about 5 other weapons. You still have to worry where Pitts is, where CP is, where Drake is.
Facts.
And where, I forgot, Bijan
You
Robinson.
can't cover everybody.
You can't cover everybody.
I mean,
And from what I've been seeing in camp, and this
see?
is no knock at Troy Anderson, but Bijan's one-on-one route running skills out the backfield.
Did you see they didn't even put him on the linebackers today? They had him on corners, and he still was cooking
I
them.
seen AJ Terrell on him the other day.
Sheesh.
So if Terrell's over there on a running back, on a rookie, just imagine what other teams going to do. They're going to pull their greatest corner in the world to come play up against Bijan.
Mm-hmm.
Who's guarding Pitts? I don't know. You're on Bijan. Who got CP?
I can't wait till week 12.
Yo, linebacker, you got CP. No, I don't. I'm in zone. Hey, cuz, who you got? I don't know. Coach just stand here and just back up. Like,
who they gonna put on Bijan week 12?
Who you put on Bijan week 1?
I hope not that corner who was covering them wide receivers that Bryce was throwing to.
I'm looking at a team where so many weapons, but I'm just gonna stop it at Hodge right there. At the 4. Who is 5 and 6? We'll find out here shortly. But going over some training camp news, Ethan Greenridge caught the cart.
Yeah.
One of our offensive linemen. So this is a moment where I hit the chat this morning when I saw the news, Kiki, and I told you this could possibly go look for another offensive lineman. And then my boy Chase jumped in. Schaefer, where you at?
Is he practice squad?
He's been out there. Okay. Seen him much. Seen him much for like the 3rd team, but he's been out there. That's tough for Schaefer too.
Mm-hmm.
Cause your cousin over there wrecking shit. Your cousin Malone is over there wrecking shit.
Oh yeah, I forgot they was cousins. I forgot about that.
Going to some training camp news here again shortly. After we get to this chat. Chat is always so lit. Kiki, I told you, the whole show can just be about the chat.
I love it.
Honestly, can. Leando's in the chat. He said, "What's up, fam?"
What's up, Leando? Hey, Lisa.
Shepard from Blogging Dirty is here in the chat. Mad Mike Sports. Man, you guys will be there before that. Y'all are dope. Shout out to Mad Mike Sports, man. We just hit 450 here on the channel. Who's that? Big Ant? Huge facts. Mad Mike. Raymond Collins.
What's up, Raymond?
Going down in a major way. YMOF Jamal 05 Rise Up. He said, "What's good, Falcon family?"
What's good?
Damn, what in the hell is going on here?
What a chat.
Michael's in the chat. Oh, my computer was not my computer. My mouse was messing up. Michael McConaughey's in the chat. He said, "What's good, bro?"
What's up?
Kiki's here too, Mike.
Hey, I'm bruh to my daughter, so it don't matter.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I get called bruh all day from her, so I'm used to it.
I don't know what's going on with this fall season. I don't know if it's getting ready to start up early or what, but goddamn shit, something hit me. Lisa Shepard. Blank said Matt Ryan is like his 7th child. Ryan coming back to the Falcons in some capacity once he officially retires, I think is going to happen.
quarterback coach.
You're going to have him somewhere with your organization. I want to get up to some training
Uh-huh.
camp news here shortly because the Matt Ryan conversation is going to really take up some time. But to hear the comments on Arthur Blank even speak about Matt now at this point in the career where Falcon fans probably don't want to hear that name too much no more.
Yeah.
But within the organization, they talk. And they talk about the future a lot. You have to be one step ahead. That goes from the equipment manager to the weight room. Remember the situation with the weight room earlier this year? When NFL gave them like a C- or a D or something? What did they do? They upgraded the weight room.
Facts.
So you got to stay one step ahead. And I think for them to even mention, Arthur Blank to even mention Matt Ryan out of nowhere, that he can possibly be with this organization soon. Kiki, speak on that for the fans here in the chat.
Like I said, I think once he officially retires, I can literally see him being that quarterback's coach, and we're gonna bring Mohamed Sanu in to be the wide receivers coach. But I don't want to get too much into that. But
sheesh, not Sanu.
But I love that because a lot of people, Twitter, Facebook, a lot of people said that we did Matt dirty, after the whole they were chasing Deshaun thing. So it's good to see that they do have a good relationship. And I would love to actually see Matt back with the organization once he officially retires. Like I love Matt. I don't have nothing bad to say about him. He did the best that he could do with what he had for 14 years. And I think he's the best quarterback in the franchise history. So, hey.
That sounds like one excellent idea. Shout out to Raymond Collins in the chat too as well. Dwayne Ruffin is in the chat. He said, "Rise up."
Rise up.
This is going down in a major way. Sterling Woods is here in the chat. He said, Matt would be a better quarterback coach than who we have now. That's tough. That's tough, Sterling.
I ain't trying to be funny, but what's our quarterback coach name again? Like, seriously. Because I literally be forgetting.
That's our boy TJ Yates.
Oh.
Sheesh.
Okay.
He heard those comments like, Matt Ryan? Shit. Tough to beat out Matt Ryan on a job like that.
Uh-huh. I wonder if he can the Phil Yates, the one who had all that, who posted that video with Pitts missing the pass from Desmond Ridder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that got a lot of laughs at Atlanta, but then we Falcon fans bullied him too. So then he had to post that nice pass to Pitts from yesterday and said, "Good job, Desmond," because Falcon fans was on his ass.
So I know how fans can get when it comes to training camp, when it comes to shorts, t-shirts, putting on pads. However, some fans are really upset that a player might drop a pass, knowing that during the season they might drop a pass. It just might happen. Now,
it happens.
To bash on the person because of the one pass. I mean, Ridder threw 20, 30 passes out there?
Mm-hmm.
One pass came up short. Incomplete pass.
It was that one pass of the day for that, and that was that one pass to Kyle Pitts, and everybody was losing their shit.
Even I got it. I got it in a Facebook message like, "Yo, what's up with this?" And it was the Jags fan, so it's like, "What are we talking about?"
They need to focus on them 12 people at their training camp. Let me shut up.
It's looking light over there. Mad Mike said AFN crew will be there Saturday.
Okay.
You gonna be there Saturday, Kiki?
I'm trying to debate, should I bring a lyric so we can get some
bring autographs. Her so you can get the autographs. Use the kids as bait. Use the kids as bait. Like, hey, child over here. They ain't got no autographs. Yep, right over here. Hey man, you wanna take a picture real quick? Wanna take a picture? Right over here, brother. And smile for the camera.
Right. Hold on 1 second. I'll be on. Hold on a second.
Yep. Dirty Fanatics United is here in the chat. 451 to be exact.
Hey Chase.
We're moving in the right direction. Shout out to all the Falcon fans that's here supporting. One time for the fan. I want to say thank y'all, honestly, because once again, we're putting out content here, talking about the Atlanta Falcons. We home games, away games, we're there. For those that do not know about the Rise Up Tour too as well, the group me and my friends started that throws these parties on the road for the Falcons. We turn up, man. We get lit. So if anybody wants to come out, We have our membership that's actually going through the roof right now. We just had our membership party too as well. So shout out to everybody that's here supporting. One time for the fan. Thank y'all so much. 451 subscribers. I know it may not be 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000, but we're well on our way. So shout out to everybody who's here before us. Shout out to everybody who's coming also behind us too as well, because there's some new podcasts starting up. Dirty Fanatics United, Chase's podcast is another one. I was on the other day. I was looking on YouTube and seen another podcaster had about 30, 40 subscribers too as well. He's talking Falcons football. So there's a lot of content creators out here, and just everybody just come together and understand that this team is going to win this year. And when we do win, we have a lot to talk about, right? Home games, away games, hell, the bye week, doesn't matter. Let's go out there and let's win together. Because at the parade, don't take my spot. That's the only time I'm going to be tripping, is if you take my goddamn spot at the parade. Because I have my spot right now. You just don't know it. So when I get there and I see people in my spot, it's like, what the fuck? I've been playing in this spot for years. You know what I'm saying? So just want to put it out there.
I'm going to be on the bus with Jesse Bates.
Shit. Going down the major way. DSGB Hall said, glad to see Frank doing anything else but dancing.
Hey, facts,
It's going down in the major way. Justin Newman's here.
What's up,
what's good, people? Anthony White here said, what's good, folks?
What's up, Anthony?
Dirty Fanatics United. He said, Ben said Hodge was on the roster. He isn't just a gunner.
Oh, wait.
Shout out to Hodge too as well, man. I mean, every time you go to training camp, I mean, there's certain players that you see over a period of time. They kind of get to know you and you get to chop it up a little bit. But Hodge always has good spirits. Bijan has good spirits, man. Shout out to D. Alford too as well. Like when they come over to sign autographs, sometimes it's an autograph, sometimes it's like, that's the homie. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a little bit better when Falcon fans get a chance to go to training camp and see these type of things too as well. So definitely.
And D. Alford, he's originally from Georgia, right? He's from what, Griffin?
Griffin, yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
Got to talk to the pastor and see if he knows him.
I think Pastor does.
Pastor knows him. Pastor.
Yeah.
From what I've been reading, Mike Hughes had been disappointed. So let's get to some training camp news. We'll stop the chat right here because the chat's going crazy. And there's more comments. There's probably another 50, 60 comments. Shout out to everybody. Let's go to training camp news. Kiki, what have you been hearing a little bit about training camp news over the past week or so? Anybody standing out to you? Videos, plays, journalists?
I see we got a new beat writer for the Falcons, and she's a former Inks writer.
So let's touch on that too as well. Apparently, there is a new beat writer for the Atlanta Falcons, and the first thing most fans peeped out was, oh, it's not they hired somebody new. That's cool. It's like, no, she's from New Orleans.
Yeah.
And you know, Falcon fans, but why would we do this? Falcon fans, let this girl do her job.
Yeah.
Let this girl do her job. She didn't even touch the beans yet.
Let her give her a chance first. And then if she pisses you off, then throw crawfish at her, I guess. I don't know.
Shit. Let the girl do her job. As soon as y'all, the first thing they pointed out was from New Orleans. Like, did you even say congratulations to the girl? You say,
no.
Welcome to Atlanta?
No.
But outside of the young lady who's now here in Atlanta doing the journalist, shout out to her too as well. I'm sure she's gonna be out here doing a great job. It is hot out there at Flowery Branch Hill.
It looks hot.
Blazing hot. So for her to be out there every day talking Falcons football, I'm all for it. Anything else on the field you got, Kiki?
I keep seeing a lot. I hear a lot about Clark Phillips. Can't wait to see him play. Definitely can't wait to see him play. Bijan, of course. Bijan out there taking people lunches and ankles.
Sheesh.
Those are my top two right now.
A lot of talk about Clark Phillips coming out of camp. For those that do not know, this is one of your draft picks this year. And let's go back to that Super Bowl season, Kiki. when a lot of your rookies played a big part of making it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And you're looking at this draft class now.
Mm-hmm.
Bijan, Bergeron, Clark Phillips, Falcon fans. I mean, how can I say this? Clark Phillips seems to be that guy right now in camp. Same like D. Alford last year when we was all yelling D. Alford's name. It's going down right now for Clark Phillips in a major way. I was out there 2 days already. Excuse me, 2 days already this week. He had 3 picks in those 2 days.
Nice.
Got another one when I wasn't there. But the kid is working to be something special on this defense that I think Falcon fans are, they're going to look at and say, holy shit, we got AJ Terrell, we got Jeff Okudah, we got Jesse Bates, we got Grady Jarrett, we got Calais Campbell. But you can't overlook Clark Phillips. Another guy I want you to look at, Kiki, and we talked about it today, Zach Harrison.
Oh, yeah, I saw that video.
From watching the tape at Ohio State when he was drafted, and then right now seeing the footage that's been going on at camp, talking to people who's been at camp, they're saying Zach Harrison is one to watch for. And that's good because you have a defensive coach who's a D-line whisperer. Like he's like probably up and coming, one of the greater coaches right now as a defensive coach. And Ryan Nielsen knows what he can get out of players. You saw it in Stinky Town, which they're showing on the screen right now.
Oh, God. Is James Stone the pick or Derek Carr?
Almost. 5 quarterbacks have started 1+ game for the Aints over the last 2 seasons. Andy Dalton, Jameis Winston, Tyson Hill, Trevor Seaman, and Ian Book. They fucking suck. I hate them.
Hey, who was the one? What's the quarterback name that was blowing kisses in the team pictures?
He's out there right now swinging his arms around. He ain't even throwing no passes.
Somebody said he's better than Ritter, and I was like, at doing what? Doing duck lips? Like, what are we saying here?
He in the back doing that TikTok dance. I'm gonna pull up the side. Remember that TikTok dance?
Oh God.
I'm gonna hop in the ride. Yeah, is that the song? But for Falcon fans, I mean, you're looking at this team, man. It's really looking good with Clark Phillips and Zach Harrison, Matthew Bergeron, Bijan Robinson, Coach Terry, the organization. They hit on some of these picks, and in camp, these are the flashes that I've been seeing. Zach Harrison, Clark Phillips. Big shout out to D. Alford. He is having a very strong camp right now. Chase brought it up about Mike Hughes has been a little bit disappointing. I haven't heard too much news on the Mike Hughes side. I've been hearing a lot of praise by D. Alford, Clark Phillips, of course, Jeff Okudah, AJ Terrell. And we'll get some more secondary news too as well. I believe Leando asked a question about who do we have in our secondary group. And I have AJ Terrell, Jeff Okudah, D. Alford, Clark Phillips. And Darren Hall.
I was about to ask you about that one.
Right now, I'm probably going to put him in at 5.
Okay.
Darren Hall. Now, I know there's going to be some moves made in a couple weeks because Terry is always cooking. I asked him the other day, I said, what seasoning are you using with your cooking? Because you're cooking out here, Terry. Lad, you're cooking. But I think they're not done building this roster, Kiki. And after the Greenridge move, when he got injured today, and then, of course, the situation with Eddie Goldman and then Justin Ellis coming in here too as well recently, something's telling me like after that first or second preseason game, they're going to hit that wire and go check and see who's out there.
Right.
And bring in your 1 or 2 players who might get a game 3 and might put some competition out there against another player. So it's not scot-free for your 4th, 5th, and 6th wide receiver. It's not scot-free for your 4th, 5th, and 6th cornerback. Not just yet. Even for the tight end situation of bringing Pruitt back. I'm sure Frank's is looking like, hold on, they brought back Pruitt? What? Man, where was he at?
Does he make the roster this year?
Last year we did a lot of projections. I'm not doing it this year. I'm going to wait until that final game preseason. We're going to be right here on the podcast, and we're going to talk the day the 53-man roster drops. And we're gonna be surprised. We're gonna be surprised off a couple of names.
I definitely think it will be.
I think 92 is out of there. I think 92 is out of there.
Ade Ogundeji.
I think he's out of there. I personally, it's nothing against him personally. I just think going into this new system, going into where we're looking at, I'm looking at Bud Dupree, Calais Campbell, Zoe Carter, Ebiketie, D'Angelo Malone, Shot Debo. I don't have you there, 92. I just don't. Yeah. I just don't. But then again, I'm not the organization, so
I mean, has he really done anything to wow us over his he's been here 3 years now, right? This is his third year. I mean, I do remember like a blocked field goal. I think.
You see him just smiling, just to smile, like yeah. Yeah, all right.
I mean, I think he blocked the field goal, and
no, I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy.
One against the Dolphins and one against the Ravens last year. I think that's all that stands out to me that he did.
Yeah, sure. Great guy. Going to the chat here. Sheesh. Family Johnson, pick your poison, especially when it comes to this offense. And I think most teams are going to look at that defense and say, that's not the Falcons defense we played last year. So you better be about your A game. Most teams are going to try to run the ball and say, oh, shit, can't run into that guy's side. Remember what he said 2 months ago? His body of work has shown that do not run the ball to his side. If I'm a running back playing up against the Falcons this year, I'm like, who's that guy over there? Who's that legend, that veteran, that future Hall of Famer? He said it. Don't run the ball to my side. He's going to show you why you don't run the ball to his side. So hearing a player speak like that, and I've been a Falcon fan for a long time, man, I ain't never don't run the ball to my side.
Yeah.
When I heard this, I was like, where have you been, Calais?
Quick question, though. I think the Panthers really want to be us, too, because you know how they say CP is our Debo, and I guess Bijan is going to be our Debo, too. Well, now they're calling Laviska Shenault their Debo. Their CP.
You can't.
And I'm just like, oh, okay.
It's like tier 4 talent. Like you can't. You just can't do that. I told you they called downtown uptown. Weirdest shit over there. Bubba Gump, wide open. Jonnu just caught a 20-yard pass. So going over training camp today, from the videos I've seen, from the reports I've read, otherwise in Green Ridge, Bergeron having a good camp, David Amnyada having a good camp. Your guys that is on the 53 is doing very well. The ones who are battling for the positions, and that's what I talked about earlier this year, Kiki. We mentioned it. You're not looking at your starters going into this camp. Next week against the Dolphins, don't look to say, who's my starting left guard? You know who it is.
Yeah.
Who's my starting right tackle? You know who it is.
Who it is, yep.
Who's my starting safety? You know who it is. Who's my 1 and 2 wide receiver? You know who it is. You're looking for the rest of the depth to fill the positions that is needed. And that means who is your second and third guard? Who is your second and third tackle?
Right, exactly.
That's what you want to look for. Look at my first quarter next week is going to be like, that was nice. All right, let's get to the backups.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see your starters play for like 2 minutes in preseason, but after that, Leo, let's see this depth. Let's see what this depth looking like.
I'm looking at my second half, not even second half.
I don't even want Bijan playing. Like, no.
Second quarter, about 10 minutes on the clock. Heineke's in the game. All second units in the game. Second and third. Going to third and fourth quarter, Logan Woodside's in the game. Your Penny Hart, your Josh Ali's, your Frank Darby's are going to get some quarters. And this is the moments where I'm saying, pencil that in. Now I'm coach. Going to that second half next week. So that's why I want Falcon fans to look at. Training camp has been a success here for the Falcons. We haven't had any major injuries. We don't want any major injuries. Right. Coach, you just said it the other day, Kiki. This is one of the most greatest times right now that he's having as a coach. Having so much fun coaching these guys.
More.
He's smiling with the mustache.
Smiling a lot more, yeah.
I told him the other day to curl it. I said, you should curl it.
You even noticed that Ryan Nielsen mustache is starting to get a little bit out there because he ain't been that thick when he did that first video.
Ryan Nielsen has that that Wyoming mustache, like the deep forest. Like he's been out there in the woods for all day. Like, where you been at, Ryan? Oh, I've been camping. Like, okay.
Yeah.
How long you been camping for, Ryan? A couple years. Okay. He got one of those mustaches.
Yeah, we just need Dez to try to grow one.
Just seen a report today on John New on the injury report. Yeah, we'll get some more information on that too as well. Don't think it was too serious.
Right.
But we'll look into that too as well. Sade is here. She said, I think Matt would make a good QB coach.
Me too, sis.
More news for training camp that y'all want to know about too as well. Ritter and Pitts has been a good connection. Ritter to London has been a good connection. Ritter to Scotty Miller has been a decent connection too as well. He made some decent catches the other day. Bijan Robinson getting some snaps at punt return too as well. So I can see an all-around player when it comes to Bijan. Clark Phillips being that guy. Zach Harrison is, oh my, what is this guy? 6'6", 6'7"?
He big. How big is he for real? He is big. Dude, huge.
I think we're looking at that line like Grady and Ominyata and Caden, and not Caden, Calais Campbell, Zoe Carter. You look at all these names and you're like, is that the guy from Ohio State? You better watch this kid, Zach Harrison. I mean, I know he's doing 1v1 reps against the old line, but if you're gonna get that type of energy, week 1 against the Panthers, week 2 against the Packers, week 3 against the Lions, oh, my money's on Zach Harrison. Because what I just seen the other day at camp and what I seen at camp today, we drafted one. We got him. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. Big Ant, he said our defense is going to be way more aggressive and make a lot more plays this season. I think it's going to be that way. Kiki, I think they're going to get off the field a lot more.
Yes, because, I mean, it's been times where, you know, it's like 3rd and 11, 12, and it's just like, oh, here we go. And teams used to try us too, like when it's like 4th and 3 or something, and they just be like, yeah, come on, let's just go ahead and go for it, because they knew.
There were some plays where most teams looked at the Falcons and said, they can't cover this.
Yeah.
They can't. We can run it down their throats. We can pass it on them. They can't cover this. They're not even ready for it. Most of the time, they're not even set on the field when they get ready. And then you've seen some times where, you know, the Falcons could make some plays and could get the fans excited, but it was more so the other team moving the chains down the field. That shit stops this year. Teams would have to look at it. And I told my friend the other day, I said, you're looking at a team, Kiki, where a team is going to come out 1st and 10, and then they're going to go 2nd and 14.
Yeah.
Then it's going to be like 3rd and 11. And then it's going to be like punt the ball.
Week 1.
This is going throughout the season on multiple teams. I don't see teams going, and you know, this is football, so things happen. But I don't see teams consecutively doing first down, moody chains, without us getting a sack, a stop somewhere. No way a team is just going to come out on this defense and just start going crazy, 400 or 500 yard games, running back got 200 yards. No, that's just not happening. This team has fight from the players that's been on the roster before, and this team has fight from the players that's been added to the roster.
Yeah, I already had a Panther fan tell me they was going to put up 400 yards on us week 1. I said, okay.
That's bullshit. You see, that's bullshit. I see the score week 1 right now, just going through camp. 26-10 Falcons already for the Panthers.
That was my prediction too. I said like 27-10.
It's I know the Panthers are going to come out there and try to do their little, you know, their bullshit. Frank Ricard. What is the guy's name? What's the coach's name? Frank, whatever. Frank Wright.
Frank Wright, yeah.
Bad situation to be in, Frank. And your name is Frank. Dan Burst. Art said in one of his press conferences Dave was going to have 2 jobs this season. It was an interesting earlier miss him. It was interesting earlier in the year. So for Dave Ragoni, he has a big task this year. And Kiki, we haven't talked about Dave much. Like, you know, are we letting him off the hook? Like, how, do we speak on it? But he has a big task this season. And a lot of Falcon fans would have said, get the OC out of there. It's the OC's fault. It's the OC's fault. Everybody says if you're not going to blame the coach, who are you going to blame? The OC.
Yeah. But I see more people blame Arthur than anything.
That is true. I guess Dave Ragoni kind of, Arthur takes a lot of the slack, and people like, and where's that OC? And then Dave's like, oh, shit, now they calling for me. Most of the time, people's going straight at Arthur. In the past, I done heard people. Remember when Cutter was here? Oh my gosh,
Cutter. Oh yeah.
Remember Sarkeesian too? Oh, fans didn't waste no time.
Sarkeesian was like he only did 2 years, right?
Yeah, year and a half, 2. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
But fans didn't waste no time calling for that OC. They were like, get him out of here.
I ain't gonna lie. When we bought Dirk Cutter back, I kind of was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
A lot is going to be said this year on Desmond Ritter's play, the play calling, the game management, the clock management. But I think, just like I mentioned about the defense, is the same way I'm going to mention about the offense. They're built to win. They're built to win. Now I can say it months in and feel confident about it. Not just talking on the podcast months ago, like, oh, yeah, they're going to win. Oh, yeah, 19 games. Yeah, they're going to win the Super Bowl. Yeah. No, I'm not talking about that. Looking at this team right now, seeing them practice at training camp, seeing the weapons that they have, seeing more and more coaches talk, Arthur Smith talk, Terry Fontenot talk, it's like, Kiki, this team is going to be good.
Yeah.
This team is going to be good. Chat's going crazy. Wallace Smith is here. So what's going on, fam?
What's up, Wallace?
Sheesh. We're talking about the journalist here. Dan Bird says she bringing that crawfish etouffee over here. Let her come. Look, Auntie Pam. Pam said, eyes will be on her.
Oh, they definitely on her now.
Y'all. Look at Lisa Shepard said, you said, I didn't congratulate her. Shit. What is going on?
Yeah, when you from over there, it's just like, why are you here? I don't know if I can say this on the show. I don't want to get a shit, but like Jocelyn said on thing, why is you here?
Sheesh. Pamela Johnson, Bijan, looking good as he advertised. Bijan is
Oh yeah, and y'all need to go check out his rookie highlight, rookie spotlight that they just put out today too. That was a really good video.
There's been some really cool videos of Bijan since he's been drafted. That turnaround 360 catch he made in the end zone, working out with Jamar Chase, the footwork videos. I think it's Gridiron Team or whoever he was working with. But meeting him the other day, chopping up with him the other day, just imagine what's probably going through his head right now. I mean, he's been drafted as to be the premier back here in Atlanta. And this is not like the Houston Texans. This is not like the Indianapolis Colts. This is Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the city that's pretty much everything right here. Like, everybody, they love the city, the arts, the entertainment, everything about Atlanta is just great. Except for the
number
damn
the number he's wearing means a lot to these folks. So
the 7, I saw Eric Parker wearing the jersey today, and I'm like, damn, that Bijan shit is clean.
It is clean. It is.
Some names you hate to see with the numbers. Like, do I want to get that? Nah, I'm good. But seeing Robinson's jersey was like, it's super clean. Seeing the fans. And I talked about this the other day. The Falcon fans with the Texas Longhorns shirts underneath.
Yeah.
Texas hats, or just the kids walking up wearing the Texas shirts, not even wearing Falcon gear. This young man, Bijan Robinson, has really already, before he even touches the field next week against the Dolphins, has become the fan favorite all over.
Yeah.
The videos that you've been seeing him working, and this is not a knack against Troy Anderson, but damn, Troy, that's been some really tough situations for you to be in going up against Bijan like that. Like, that's tough. Every video is like Bijan cooking your land.
Then he even got Caden Ellis too. That's the crazy thing. He got the linebackers. Because I posted, I shared the picture of Caden and Troy walking together, and I was joking. I said both my baby daddies, and Eric came and Eric was like, "Yeah, they both looking for Bijan."
Shit, that's tough. Because when you're looking at it, linebackers, and this is, iron sharpens iron. So your offense, your defense, whatever happens, what we see outside, we don't know what's going on in that locker room behind, not the locker room, but the facility behind it, where they really practice.
Right.
But from what I've seen from Bijan, if I'm a linebacker covering him this season, I better be prepared for what's about to happen. Because if I ain't been watching no tape or no film, and I'm just going out there and just my coaching instinct, like my player instinct, I'm finna get shredded.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to get shredded.
Hey, Jack, remember when Matt Ryan broke the Mario Davis ankles in the Funky Dome? You know what Bijan about to do against him in Stinky Town.
Yo, let me tell you something. Bijan, running back, the workouts with Jamar Chase that y'all been seeing, those little 10, 15-second clips, man, they probably worked out for a whole week. Probably longer than that. All y'all see is a 10 to 15-second clip. You see Jamar Chase's footwork.
Yeah.
Why can't Bijan get like that? Why doesn't he? Man, what? That boy is something else. Something else. And I got my money that Bijan's going to hit 1,000 this year. He's going to hit 1,000.
And people are still questioning why we drafted him when we had a running back that went 1,000 yards last season. I was like, have you not
two different
seen?
style running backs.
Exactly.
Totally different.
Algier's going to run you over.
Yeah. Yeah. Algier's not looking for the 1, 2, 3, 4 cuts. Bijan can cut you up 3-4 times before he even makes his way downhill. Right. I saw it the other day when the hole that he was trying to get through was closing. It was kind of like the Star Wars when like the ship was like, yeah, like doing like that. And then like you see little doors getting ready to close. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bijan is running to the sideline. He quickly turns inside and sees the hole, getting ready to close. This man ducks his shoulders, ducks his whole body, goes into like mini Mario mode. You ever seen like when you get hit in Mario and you go to like little small mode? He turns into like the sharpest cut you've ever seen in training camp. This is training camp. And goes through the hole and gets about 3-4 yards. Shakes the one defender, turns over to the other side where he now lowers his shoulders to go for like 3 more yards. And I'm looking like, bruh, no way Bijan just did that. I turned to Jabri and I'm like, bruh, did you just see that shit? And fans behind us are like, ooh, like they're all doing the oohs and ahs because this kid is electric. You haven't had that type of energy in the backfield in a long time. Some would say, oh, I can compare him to Tevin Coleman. No, you can't. You cannot compare him to Tevin Coleman. This dude, Bijan, is getting ready to do a lot this year. And I seen from training camp, I know this is outside Kiki running vanilla offense so people can see.
Right.
But Bijan is lined up in that receiver role a lot when I was out there at camp. A lot. So, I mean.
I saw him cooking on number 22. Who's number 22? Is that Armstrong?
Yep.
Yeah. I saw that video. I was like, oh, shit.
That's tough. Dan Burr said Hughes might get those scissors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Leandro said AJ, Okudah, Alford, Phillips, Hughes, Hall at number 6. He's going over his secondary right now too as well. I'm just gonna pull Mike Hughes from there just quickly. But then again, he is a veteran in the league. He does have some ties. I think it's with Jerry Gray too as well on the coaching staff. But I haven't seen any other cornerbacks that's flashing outside of maybe a couple of disappointing news from Mike Hughes. So maybe he might be on the 53. For me, I haven't seen too much to really go off of Mike Hughes. So I'm just going to pull him out. I'm going to put Darren Hall a little bit closer. So you got AJ, Okudah, Alford, Phillips, Hall for me. And then I'm going to wait to see what do we have after that. If they go out and get another cornerback afterwards, we don't know. But right now, that's what they're rolling with. King Quest 710 is here. He said, question, where was the Panther fans when they drafted Cam Newton? Those Bama fans turned into Panther fans. Sheesh. You're good for this.
They just ghetto over there. They just, yeah.
Going down in a major way. Auntie Pam said, video spotlight of Bijan said it. All he has is a great family support. And he said he loves kids and he will be heavily involved in community activities. I think he would too. Arthur Blank does not play about community activities.
Yeah, that was a night. Did you see the video yet that the Falcons put out of the rookie spotlight?
So I seen like 6 different videos in the past 24 hours. I'm guessing. Is that the one where they focused more on Bijan?
This one is dropped today. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I need to go back and watch that one too as well. Yeah. What you got from that one, Kiki?
the mom touched on why she named him Bijan, because Bijan means hero, and I can't remember what thing she said, but she says it means hero. And she said people always ask her, like, does he not stop smiling because he smiles a lot? It was just a cute little video. His mom talked, his grandma. I think his aunt was like real young when he was born. She was like 9, so she's kind of like the big sister to him. So it was really cool to see.
That's always cool, these rookie spotlights. And of course, as time keeps going on, it'll get better and better with the whole Falcons digital media and social media team.
Yeah.
But you drafted a guy.
Good. Bergeron one was good too. His came out yesterday, I think. And Zach Harrison.
So Zach Harrison has one too as well?
Mm-hmm.
I have to see that. I'm big on Zach Harrison right now. Like I'm like
your Clark Phillips one already came out. Zach Harrison, Bergeron. They did Bijan one today. I feel like I'm missing somebody.
I had him at 6'6". Wallace Smith said Harrison is 6'5", 274, and he's long. That man can stretch. I'm telling you, the way he did Tyler Vrabel, and also what I seen last week when he was doing, especially with the drills and the workouts, I know it's shorts and t-shirts. But next week, we get a chance to see Zach Harrison.
Can't wait.
Look at this, Kiki. We haven't talked about Zach Harrison this much in the past 2 months.
Nope,
said his name about 15 times already on the channel.
All we really talked about was Bijan. But now Clark Phillips is getting the love, and Zach Harrison is now getting the love. Have we heard about Helms, DeMarco, your twin? All you gotta do is grow your hair out, Jack. Grow your hair out and get some twists. Y'all look alike.
Mario said twin minus the plaits.
Well, my dad had me laughing the other day. He said Clark Phillips to him looks like Lamar Jackson. I was like, wait, what?
Shit. So Mario Scott, if you guys don't know, DeMario,
the picture man.
He hit me up. He tagged me. He was like, "Hey, bro, here's your twin." So I looked at the picture. I was like, "That's not my twin, DeMario." He's like, "No. That's your twin,
right?
Without the plaques. I'm gonna take a picture on Saturday and show you together." So I said, all right. So I went to the training camp, talked to Mario, and then we called DeMarco over there. And he's like, "Hey, DeMarco, come on over here." You know how Mario talks. DeMarco, come here. "Hey, man, this is your twin. Stand right there next to him. Let me get a picture of both of y'all. Like somebody's uncle." But I haven't heard much on DeMarco too as well. I'm still looking at the starters, which is Jesse Bates, Richie Grant, and I'm going to go ahead and throw Hawkins in the mix too as well. That competition battle is going to be strong this year.
Do you see him making it?
Man, it's so tough on what the Falcons are getting ready to do. It's so tough. But if you're going off of the safeties, yes. Yeah, I see DeMarco making it. If he's not, I see him on practice squad. But I'm looking at the safeties, and I'm like, well, you have Jesse Bates, Richie Grant, Jalen Hawkins. Who's the other safety? You can play Trey Flowers at some safety. He's a 6'3" guy. But
why do I keep forgetting about him?
Trey Flowers is out there too as well. When I talked to him the other day, I was like, so where are they going to play you? More cornerback or free safety? He was like, man, I'm ready to go out there and do whatever. So, all right. But if I ask Richie Grant that, it's like, you're playing safety. You know what I'm saying? Right. So if they looking at the Helms, Trey Flowers is also a veteran too as well. He's been in the league a couple years. So if you're looking at the Trey Flowers or DeMarco Helms battle, it's wherever they want to use that safety spot. If you want just a true safety who's not going to come up and play cornerback, you're going to go with DeMarco Helms. If you want that hybrid, I will go with Trey Flowers. Because you can put Trey in multiple positions out there on the field. Not knowing what DeMarco Helms can do, but the kid plays safety. Never seen him play cornerback.
Right.
Trey Flowers plays safety and cornerback. He can get after it. So we'll see what happens from there. But before we end this podcast, Kiki, because we had a good time talking with the chat. We had a good time talking about training camp. We have to talk about something quickly. And it's what Arthur Blank mentioned the other day. He made some comments about Matt Ryan.
Right.
Oh, let me get my Matt Ryan jersey. Hold on. He made some comments about Matt Ryan. What did you get from it? Because once Falcon fans heard it, they were like, "Oh, we're doing this again," and it just went crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if because Mr. Blank said it or it's because Matt Ryan's name, But what did you get from it, Kiki, from Mr. Blank speaking
I
on
just,
one of the greatest quarterbacks in Falcons franchise history?
I mean, we all know. Hold on one second.
One time for the fan. Let's head to the chat. Kiki will be back. See, Kiki does a lot too as well. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nobody, it's CBS, we ain't working for them. We don't work for Barstool, nobody. It's us. So Kiki has to cut out in the middle of the show. She can cut out in the middle of the show. Same like Bodie. Told him the other day.
Yeah, it's ghetto. But anyway.
Yeah, not ghetto. Shot the Roy Lee Simpson. He said, hey man, bro, they're going to be shell shocked when the game is excuse me, when the game is over. Kiki, comments on Arthur Blank talking about Matt Ryan.
I'm trying to figure out how some people took from that Arthur trying to bring him back to be our starting quarterback again. Some people did take that from that. That's not what I got from that at all. Like I said, he said once he like retires.
Once he is officially retired, which I think he's at CBS, but I think he's waiting for the bat signal. Once the bat signal goes up in the air, he takes off the suit, puts on the uniform. He's ready to go for any team. This is Vinny Testaverde, Tony Romo last moment, but I don't see Matt regaining starter position in this NFL again. But yeah, Kiki.
Yeah. Basically, what I see from it, like I was saying, I'm thinking he's gonna have some type of position on the field, but more so as a coach. Matt's definitely gonna be in the Ring of Honor too. I don't know what's the how long they have to wait. Is like a wait period before they put them in there, or
he has to be retired?
Okay.
Yeah.
So definitely when he retires, I definitely see that happening. I mean, that's only right. So that, like I said, quarterback coach, Ring of Honor. I don't see the jersey going up in the Raptors though. Because I know we don't retire jerseys. So
we do them digital now. Mercedes-Benz is all about technology.
Yeah.
Lisa Shepard, Richie Grant is cool too. Hoping he has a great year 3. For me, Kiki, hearing Arthur Blank even right now going forward with this new team, I think he looks at it and says, damn, we could have won with Matt. We really could have.
We could have.
Everybody in this chat know we had some years where we could have won with Matt. 2012, 2016. I think we want to go back to when was it the season that we had a good
Even when we went to the playoffs after the Super Bowl, loss, when we beat the Rams or lost to the Eagles.
Yeah.
Could have still done it. Yeah.
He knows that Matt Ryan gave a lot to this team.
The city
and the Falcons organization gave a lot to Matt Ryan. Some fans were happy about it. Some fans were not.
Yeah.
But Arthur Blank now, years later, after noticing a new GM, new coach has came in and changed the way that Falcon fans now look at this organization, the new Atlanta Falcons going forward. Arthur Blank knows in his mind, Matt was almost there. Almost. And because they can never relive that moment again, it sucks. But they know that when Matt retires, they would love to have him a part of this organization, which a lot of fans here in this chat and some on different Falcons boards and community chats, they have said it. Why don't you go get Matt to be a quarterback's coach? Does Matt want to take that role? Why don't you give Matt a position somewhere in the front office? Because obviously Matt wants to see the Falcons win. He's been here a long time. But for me, anywhere you put Matt with this organization, I'm perfectly fine with it. As long as he's not the quarterback again. I'm just going to put that out there. The time period is over. Everybody knows that Matt Ryan's period is over. It's it.
Yeah.
He's on CBS for a reason. If the bat signal goes up, he might go out and play 2-3 games for a team that needs him. But even Matt knows. Shit.
Do they have a quarterback?
They have a guy named
did Jimmy G fail his physical or something?
I haven't even checked in on Raider camp, really. They're still showing this nonsense with the Aints. Michael Thomas missed 40 of 50 games since 2020.
Michael Thomas is a scammer. He got that money and didn't play.
He's a thief.
He looks like
that's
Squidward.
What he is.
He looks like Squidward's house also, but that's neither here nor there.
For me, put Matt Ryan where you want in the organization. I would probably, if you're going to keep Ritter going for the future, to have Matt as a QB coach with him on the sideline, it's only going to make the team better. I mean, Matt has been through so many reads and so many looks over the past 10 plus years in his life. All he's going to do is just help Ritter. Hell, he could have helped Mariota if he was here last year. He could be like, yo, dude, you need to slow the fuck down. Let me see what you need to do. Like, you need to chill out.
Don't throw the ball from your ass.
Like, for real. Don't, man. I would have took Matt Ryan last season over Mariota, honestly, looking at that shit.
We would have won the division if we had Matt. I believe that.
I ain't gonna lie. He probably would have gave us a couple bad games, but there's a couple games I'd have been like, oh, we got this shit. We got this.
We could have won, like, the Saints game if we had Matt. Like, yeah, both of them. And that's no shot on Ritter, because we could have won that game if, you know.
I know. It's going down in a major way, Falcon fans. I'm glad we crossed over the 450 subscriber mark. Getting ready to wrap up the show here by heading to the chat, because the chat is always so amazing. I got Warzone to get on. The new season of Warzone came out, so I don't know if you Call of Duty players are in here. We about to go slab. That's what we do. TDP Mojo, who's going to be a special guest on our podcast coming up really soon. A lot of Falcon fans were saying, hey, y'all done did about 3 or 4 shows without no special guests. What's going on?
I know he's coming on soon, and we got some other content creators we bring it on the show too.
We got some people coming on the show real soon. You know, we're not trying to do too many pop-up shows, but we're trying to keep this thing going. Did you notice that we're back on the Wednesday night? Anybody notice that? Anybody say, oh, y'all on Wednesday? What happened to Thursday? We're going back to our Wednesday schedule, Sundays and Wednesdays.
And that works perfectly for me, because all the Queensmen is on Thursdays.
Shit, she's promoting all the Queensmen.
So, ladies, if you don't have anything to do on Thursday nights, turn into BET Plus and get you a good show. That's all I'm gonna say.
My fellows, my dogs. If you got PS5, we'll get your ass whooped in Madden. Let me know. TDP Mojo said, "What's going on?" Y'all?
Also check out One Time for the not One Time for Out of Your Falcon Mind tomorrow. I think it's at 7:30.
Yes. 7:30. Now I ain't gonna be out here promoting everybody channel, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna anybody pay me, you know what I'm saying? Anybody pay me, but, you know.
And
I was gonna let you know there's some good channels out here, good content creators. Just check around on YouTube. You'll find a lot of content creators out here.
And on Twitter, because that's how I met a lot of people from Twitter. Twitter be lit. So if y'all are not on Twitter, please get on Twitter, because we have been on Steve Smith ass all last week. We got on Phil Yates ass. Like, we have been, Falcon fans have really, come together, and we ain't been taking no shit lately. So I'm here for it.
You can see on the bottom of the screen, you can follow on Twitter at One Time for the Fans. Stupid Elon didn't put too many. Oh, he gonna ban me and send to people. One Time for the Fans. You can see Elon didn't give us enough characters on there, so that's why he told us to not write One Time for the Fan. Just put the number 4.
Also, Elon is starting to he's trying to force everybody to buy that blue check or whatever.
It's just ridiculous.
Because even if you're messaging somebody, y'all having dialogue in the DMs, he'll stop. Someone come up and say, if you want to continue to message this person, please get verified. And I'm just like, yeah, no.
I woke up one day and seen this X shit, and I said, "The hell is this?"
Yeah,
I ain't download this.
I hate seeing that on my phone, because I don't want anybody to think I'm watching something I ain't supposed to. Because that's what it looks like. Let's be for real.
Jeff Wolf, Frank's gone. Telling you, Jack. Wallace Smith, the Felipe experiment is over, and he's not making this roster. Wallace Smith, Jeff Wolf.
It's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be interesting. It was great seeing you Saturday. TDP Mojo definitely was great seeing you too as well, my brother. Lisa Shepard is here in the chat. I don't even trash talk with Panther fans. They try to, but they're boring shit.
Yeah, if they talk shit to you, all you got to do is say 35-21. That's all you got to say.
Not 35-21. Remember those numbers, Falcon fans. Wallace Smith said, right now, Harrison is outperforming Ogundeji. And if he doesn't want to be cut, he's going to have to step it up. I threw 92 out 2 weeks ago. It's on you guys now.
Dang, 2 weeks ago.
It's on you guys now. When I first got to the camp, I said, who the hell is Zach? Boy, look at goddamn Zach Harris.
Like I said, Adi Ogundeji, the only thing he did that stood out to me was one blocked field goal against Miami and one against the Ravens. Anything else, I don't remember.
Carter, Bud Dupree, Ebiketie, Malone. I can name a couple more people that I just Ogundeji is just not there.
Right.
For me, not knocking him as a player. I don't know the guy personally, but I'm looking at this 53, and some players have to face it. They have to realize that you're gonna get the call about bringing your playbook shortly.
Mm-hmm.
If you play outside linebacker for this team, you must notice that they loaded up on outside linebacker.
Yeah, they did.
You might want to look and say, where do I fit in with this shit? Especially if you haven't performed well in the past couple of years. Not a 5-sack guy, not a 10-sack guy,
right?
Not a 7-sack guy,
right? Because you cut the roster down to 53. How many camp bodies are there now?
A couple of the players that they just brought in, Kiki, have more stats in the past couple of years, way better than what you've been doing in the past couple of years here. It's trouble.
Yeah.
Ebiketie damn near has better stats than you. He's been here for 1 year.
I see a lot of people saying that this year is going to be Ebiketie's breakout season. So
it's very possible because Falcon fans want to see, like Coke said, players who's going to crush the pocket and get to the quarterback. That's coming from Calais to David to Justin Ellis to Grady to who else? Bud Dupree. Who else? Carter. This is gonna be, man. This is through the roof right now. Jordy Shepard said, "Evening, y'all."
Problem to have. Hey, Jordy.
When you have a good team, and we had that back in 2016, 2013, 14, whatever it was, we were talking hella shit, and it was like truthful hella shit because we knew we were gonna go in there and smack the shit out you. Like a Seahawk fan couldn't say shit to us in 2016. Like what? What are you talking about?
And I still don't let them bother me now because I barely remember that Super Bowl they won. So I don't even let what they say about it.
Shit. That's tough. Ben Wade, excuse me, he said, "Rise up one time for the fan."
Rise up, Ben.
You can give me some damn medicine in a minute. Chat going crazy. Getting ready to wrap it up here. Ernest Hall. He said, "What Trey Flowers doing out there?" Trey Flowers is having a decent camp from what I've seen. It's I'm guessing it's to him and the Marco Helms battle, unless they're gonna put Trey at more corner. If you're putting him at corner, I have him ahead of Mike Phipps. Not Mike Phipps. What's the guy's name? Mike Hughes. I don't have Mike Hughes in my top 5 right now for the corners.
Damn. What team did he? What was there? Who was his last team that he was with? Mike Hughes.
Detroit and Minnesota.
Okay.
We play both of them this year too.
Yep.
Oh, Jax fans in the chat.
Oh, you didn't know? We didn't know that what? Yo is better call some.
He's on his wrestling shit right now. He's on his wrestling shit, turning into like Hogan.
He better go clean that stadium. Didn't they just fail or something?
Shit. I told him, I was like, your practice facility is better than your actual stadium. That's embarrassing. Like
that's why the mascot always be jumping off the top of the damn stadium.
They had to renovate the stadium to give more areas for the mascot. It's such an embarrassment. Such an embarrassment. TDP, I'm more excited about this defense. All the players say that Nielsen is very detailed, and we need that so much down here. You got to know your job. Matt Ryan said it. Do your fucking job.
Do your job. Bill
Ryan
Belichick,
Nielsen knows
that's one of his mottos too. Do your job.
Ryan Nielsen knows what he has in the locker room. Coach knows what they have in the locker room. They're ready to go win. They're ready to go win. King Quest said, "I saw Anderson lift up a baby cow at 9." Oh, yeah, that's right. On the video they have for Troy Anderson, that bull was picking up. Where you go with that cow? I'm going over here, Dad.
Yeah. Yeah, Troy Anderson different.
That man's from Montana.
I didn't even know people were in Montana.
Cash back on the show. That's what I need to get. Go ahead, Kiki.
I said I didn't even know people lived in Montana outside of Croy Bierman.
Sheesh. Jeff, not Croy Bierman. That is tough. Jeff Wolf. Flowers making the team. Wallace Smith running down the chat. Hawkins and DeMarco are going to make it at the safety spot. I have DeMarco in there too as well. There's no other safeties really. I mean, they have a couple guys out there, but they're going with their 4. Bates, Grant, Hawkins, and DeMarco. That's like cool for DeMarco too. You're drafted in the 7th round, looking at like 3 safeties. Like, wait a minute, they need 4.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. What Tay Davis looking like? Who? Who?
Is that who is that?
To my cousin I work at a Walmart. you talking about cuz. Nah. I ain't heard too much about Tay, man. I ain't heard too much about Tay. If you're going over the middle linebackers, wherever you're gonna have them, I seen Anderson, seen Ellis, seen Walker, seen Landman. That's what I got for you. That's what I got for you. Blank is teeing it up. Tea time. Matt Ryan will be a part of the Falcons organization sooner than later. Watch the Falcons go to the Super Bowl this year and they name like Matt like vice president of fucking player operations. Like, what? Where did this come from? Like right before the Super Bowl? We gotta get him a ring. Lowski, who said Ambassador Ryan?
Hey, facts.
It's going down in a major way. Getting ready to wrap the chat up. Tish, I felt like he meant come back as an executive or player development, but definitely not as a player. Folks are wild. That is true. Some people didn't want to hear the rest of the interview. As soon as they heard Matt Ryan come back, this what we doing?
God, he's going to take Ritter's spot. Okay.
I seen that post too. Like he's coming for Ritter's spot. Where?
Yeah.
Where? Look at Frank Darby dancing on NFL Network. Look at him.
Mm-hmm. And I love Matt. I think most of us in the chat love Matt, but we could see that last year of him in Atlanta that it was time. It was time.
Come on, Hawkins, you gotta do better than that.
Who's on TV? We on TV?
Huh?
We on TV?
The Falcons was on TV, yeah.
Oh dang!
It took us off now. Now they're going to, you know how they do us, 10 seconds here.
Yeah, we get
every other team. They've been showing Kansas City. I thought this was Kansas City's training camp for a minute.
Oh, did they show Travis Kelce punching somebody?
Shit, that's tough. Alvin Kamara to meet with the NFL commissioner. Roger Goodell.
Shave his face again, looking like he gonna call the cops on somebody now.
Roger Goodell better come down on this man, on this situation. Kamara's going to go meet with the commissioner today. And they jumped this man in a hallway.
But I don't know if the charge were necessarily dropped, but they settled. I think.
So that's tough. Ramel getting ready to wrap the chat. Said we would have won 10 games with Matt.
Yeah, I believe that.
That's tough.
There's some games I know we would have won, like at the beginning, that we should not have lost.
Ramel says, I'm a war zone beast. Man, y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know.
Them Gemini sure can brag, can't they?
Gemini, shit. Not calling out your zodiac. TDP said, I'm getting on card too, my guy. Yeah, man, we got a solid little 4, man. You know, we be going slap, but I definitely let y'all know. William Amy, Madden 24, gonna be lit. Or just drop y'all PSNs in the chat. PS5 PSNs in the chat. I'll add y'all too as well. Madden 24 gonna be lit. 95 North Falcons Talk Show said, hey, late, but what's good, folks?
What's up, Berto?
Who we got here, Jags fan? What about shouting out a photographer, though? Okay, yeah. Shout out Jarnell. You gave me 2 videos, 2 pictures of Drake London. Really appreciate it.
Aw.
Really appreciate it.
Is he going tomorrow to get some of Lawrence?
He apparently only goes, whenever he needs a couple extra dollars on cash. They do hire him to clean the parking lot, too, as well, after the practice.
And braid Lawrence's hair.
Shit, King Quest 710. Now, all you have to do is ask about how their kicker kicks an out of bounds kick against the Pats at the Super Bowl. Shit.
Damn.
This is tough. Chat is going in today.
I love it though, because the chat and talking Falcons football makes my day better. Because today was a Wednesday. So
Diane says, stop stuttering. Duval who? Only the one person from Duval in here. One person. It's the damn Jags fan. Don't know what they're talking about. James LaRue, Broadway, said X Shadow Bear X. Okay, oh, you already know he's trying to get on the game. Last comment for the night. Roy Lee Simpson, Bud Dupree will be a beast on this defense. Liked him in Pittsburgh and Tennessee. And the way they used him in Pittsburgh, he got after it. So if you're going to be here in Atlanta and you're going to see Bud Dupree get after it, I think all of us should know that this defense is really built in a lot of ways where you can get pressure from the left side. Is what Dean Pease said last year. But now you have the players to do it. When he said, oh, I'm going to be blitzing from here. I'm blitzing from here. I'm coming from here. He was like half a second off every time. This year is a different story. The first hand that gets on the quarterback, he's going down. I don't think there's no escaping the pocket. And not too many broken tackles. There's going to be a lot of gang sacks going on out there too as well. Grady getting to him, Carter getting to him. Once the first person wraps him up, it's over. Too much weight on that line. Too much physical power on that line and in that defense to let Bryce Young escape, Jordan Love escape. Like, come on, you serious? Like, these are 4 or 5 sack games against some of these guys.
Man, people just hyping Jordan Love up because he sat behind Aaron Rodgers for 3 years? And that's just literally sat behind him because, look, I mean, Rodgers ain't been teaching that boy nothing. He don't like young quarterbacks.
I know what's getting ready to happen this season. It starts with Carolina week 1. Go in there, get the job done. Fans will be happy. The city is happy. Team is happy. And it just motivates you to go out there week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. You don't practice to lose. And we know our Falcons are definitely practicing right now to win. Kiki.
And we don't practice to tank for Caleb Williams. Okay.
I don't even want to mention Caleb Williams until draft of next year. And I mean,
not
like,
coming to Atlanta because hopefully Ritter does what he needs to do.
If you're looking at the whole Caleb Williams situation, though, honestly, Key, that's a top 5 pick next year. Probably first quarterback off the board. And it's not the Falcons.
Yeah.
It's not the Falcons. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening.
I see it being Tampa.
I can see, excuse me. I can see the Falcons going like 3 or 4 different routes outside of Caleb Williams. That has nothing to do with Ritter. Just different routes away from Caleb Williams. But if Falcon fans believe tank for him, he's going to be the savior, y'all are losing your mind. It's ridiculous. Kiki, any final thoughts?
It's always great to come and talk football with y'all, talk about the Falcons. At the end of the day, we might have different opinions, but we all got one thing in mind, and that's let's go to the Super Bowl. Let's get it done. So as always say, fuck the Saints, Aints, fuck a buck, and fuck the kittens.
Falcon fans going down in a major way this year. Make sure you get your tickets to week 1. We want everybody in the building. If you haven't been out there to training camp, definitely try to get out there before this weekend because it's a great experience too as well. D-Train, Wilson, and they better not call that roughing the passer bull crap when we start bringing the pressure.
They better not. They will probably because he a midget. I mean, is that a bad word? Is that a derogatory term?
What?
He's a little person? I don't know. Never mind.
Shit. We talk trash about any other team here. Just give me but the Falcons. Damn, I need to go get some medicine because I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
I thought you had Reggie or something. I don't know.
Shit. Standing too close to Bodie at damn Rolling Loud. Told his ass step away. Drinking them damn 4 Locos. One time for the fan.
Ooh, that made my stomach hurt.
It's tough. One time for the fan. We'll be back on Sunday. Talking Falcons football. Special guest? Possibly. If not, there'll be one next week. But guess what? We talking Falcons football. And everybody here in this chat, everybody that subscribed to the channel, come on back so we can talk Falcons football with you. Kiki, we hit 450 subscribers. This has been a beautiful day. And I want to say thank you once again. I know Kiki has told us multiple times in the chat, what can we do for the fans? Do something for the fans. It's all about the fans. It is really all about the fans. And
all
us
about
crossing
y'all.
450 subscribers is big. So thank you so much.
And stay tuned because giveaways will be done. So
yes, Giveaways are coming soon. Kiki, we'll give away the hat that Chase gave you. How about that?
My baby daddy number 2 on there, Jesse Bates.
Sheesh. That is tough. Diane said one time, rise up.
One time, Diane.
It's going down in a major way. We will see y'all on Sunday, 8 o'clock. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. I'm about to get some medicine. Then I'm about to go play Call of Duty. Then I'm going to bed. Talk to y'all later.
I got to go take my daughter braids out.
Rise up, everybody. Rise up and rise up.